Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst. I hope you're all doing well. We'll start off by saying there is no camera in today's video and the voice sounds a little bit different. Because unfortunately, I've spent nearly 2 years dodging the almighty COVID, but it seems to have caught us. So I apologise. So I'm going to do my best to be as entertaining as possible with the voice. Just, yes, unfortunately, no camera. You do see my lovely face, but it's footage taken from stream. So, obviously, yeah, it is what it is. Hope everyone's doing well. Leave a like on the video if you do enjoy, if you find it helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Today, we are going to be talking about 10 tips to improve at FIFA. These are going to be all gameplay tips, things that will help you. Some you may already know, some you may just need reminded of, and some will be completely new for you. We'll start off with point number 1. We're going to talk about driven passes. Driven passes recently received a nerf, so they aren't as good, obviously. Driven passes is where you use the R1X, RB and A on Xbox, and it plays a pass along the ground really quick. It worked really well still when the lane is open. What I mean by that, you could get away with it before pre-patch where, you know, Kante would be covering the striker pass that you wanted to go for. Now that would get intercepted, but if you have a little bit of a lane open, you can still go for them. You do have to just be more methodical about them, really, and a little bit more patient with them, but they do still work. You know, some people have kind of took this attitude that they don't work whatsoever and now refusing to use them, which means that they don't have any speed or any quick tempo in their attack, which just isn't true. You know, you can still use them. They do definitely work on occasions in certain situations, so make sure that you have got them on there. A quick tip for you as well is that if you're out on the wing, you know, just after the halfway line, you can do an R1 square on PlayStation, RB and X on Xbox to go from the wing to the striker, and this will put the ball in the air, and it just means that if there's a midfielder covering the lane and you can't play it along the ground, you can actually just go directly above them, over the head, and into your striker's feet, chest, head, whatever it may be. They work really well right now. Point number 2, shots across goal as the go-to for finishing. Now, there is a variety of finishing right now, low drivens, chips, but shooting across goal is going to be your best friend in a lot of scenarios. When you get inside the 18-yard box, as long as the keeper's not, you know, right on you straight away, just go for that shot across goal. So it's just a power shot, just a shoot button. Depends obviously on the distance to goal, normally about 2 bars of power across your body, across the goal, and you'll find that to be the easiest way for you to score right now. Yes, as I said, at times low drivens will work, chip shots will work, finesse shots in the 18-yard box are still very much hit and miss. Green time finessing outside is very good, but inside the box, finesse shots are a little bit stinky. But definitely inside the 18-yard box, if there's a defender in the way, whatever, just that power shot across goal is going to be your go-to. Point number 3, right stick switching is crucial to tracking through balls. I know a lot of people are getting frustrated with through balls right now, thinking that AI should track them better, which is a topic for another day. But you need to know how to right stick switch to track the through balls, to just be on them. Assume that every person that you play against is going to go for a through ball over and over and over again. And if you right stick switch and you get on your defender and you track it early, you'll have the head start. You'll have, you know, 2 yards on the attacker, which gives you a much higher chance of defending the through ball. Don't give that Mbappe the chance to run in behind and get past your centre-back. Point number 4, second man press inside the 18-yard box is the easiest way to defend. And what I mean by this is that you can actually tag team someone really well while manually defending and using second man press, which is R1 on PlayStation, RB on Xbox. You have 4 seconds to press that ball holder with that second man press, and it's a really good way to tag team them, or just switch to the other centre back or a midfielder, whatever, and just use second man press and let the AI defend for you. Honestly, it's so ridiculously broken. The second man press works better with a player with better defensive stats. With some of the cards that we've got nowadays, with the defensive stats that they have, they will defend better than what you would do manually. So you can give that a go. It does work really, really well. Point number 5, skill moves, quick tempo, and a change of attack. What I mean by this, having variety and unpredictability in your playstyle, not just being one-dimensional and only playing that one way. If you're a possession player, counter-attack, tick attacker, direct, hoofball, whatever it may be, mix it up. keep the opponent guessing, go down the wings, go down the middle, use the overload, get to the byline, cross the ball, use some skill moves, quick tempo, hit on the counter, go for the over the top through ball, go for the ball on the ground. Whatever it may be, mix it up and keep your opponent guessing. It's very easy to play against someone who just does the same thing over and over and over again. So just make sure that you're really trying to keep the opponent guessing. How do you do this? How do you implement this into your game? Well, if you're a possession player, my invitation to you is say, right, 1 out of every 3 attacks, I'm going to be quicker on this attack. I'm going to move it around quicker. I'm going to do some first time passes, some driven passes, some quick tempo. If you say I'm not a skiller, go and pick a few skill moves and get some skill moves into your game. If you say I don't know how to cross, go and learn to cross. When you have the crossing opportunity, you want your attacker, the person that's going to head the ball, to be ahead of the crosser. That gives you a good chance to get crosses to work. Loads of different things that you can do. Practice them, help them bring you into your game. Point number 6, play the way you are facing. One of the most simple rules for passing and to not lose the ball in the middle of the pitch is play the way that you're facing. If you put the ball up in the middle and you're facing your right back, instead of trying to turn and possibly get caught and pressed and lose the ball there, just pass the ball to the right back and go from there. You don't always have to turn and find a way to your striker straight away. 1 or 2 passes to the side or backwards to then build up can work out in the long run. I see a lot of people complaining that passes are broken, they don't work, blah, blah, blah. Which, yes, you know, again, topic for another day. But sometimes it is just the passes that you're trying to do are 180 no-scope passes that don't work. Play the way that you're facing and you'll find yourself keeping hold of the ball more and having a much, much higher return on your attacks because you're getting into the final third more. Point number 7, substitutions. Use subs. It goes without saying. Too many times you guys play rivals, play champs. You know, you want to win. You want to get as most wins as you can. And you don't make any subs. You leave it till 5 minutes left. Make subs. You can go and pick up 3 subs for 20, 30k on an ultimate team. And you've got some fresh legs there. My recommendations, have a striker, have a winger, have a midfielder. The centre midfielder is normally someone that can be quite versatile, that can play like full-back as well. So I think someone like Davies can be really good at this. I use him at the minute actually. Someone like that's perfect. And then a winger and a striker. Find what works for you. Make sure you use some substitutions. Point number 8. When constant press comes on from the opponent, go long. Too many times it gets to the 75th minute, you're winning 3-1. The opponent puts constant pressure on, and you try to Barcelona-esque style your way out of the press. Quick tick attacker, trying to move the ball around, and you get caught, and you lose the ball, opponent scores. Bang. Pressure's on, you score another, back in the game. There is nothing wrong with you laying that ball back to the centre-back or to the goalkeeper and going long. Because you know what the beauty of it is? When the opponent has the ball in their half, the ball goes out of play for a throw-in, constant pressure is no longer a problem, it's gone. Go long, play for the gaps in behind, over the top, and you'll see out so many more games from just doing that. Point number 9, game management, kind of comes in with point number 8. You need to learn how to see out matches to really take your game to the next level. How do you do that? Well, it comes from experience and substitutions and realising the constant press comes on, but almost treat it as if you were a manager of a real life team. And what would you be saying to your team at the 60th minute mark when you're winning 3-1? What would you be saying at the 75th minute, the 80th minute, all that sort of things? It's the 75th minute and you're winning 3-1 and you've just sent your fullback on a run, even though that your centre mid's already gone up and been, you know, out of position. Why would you do that? You wouldn't. You'd wait for the fullback to get back in position and then you'd go, because you don't want to get hit on the counter unnecessarily. Game management comes a long way, comes from experience, comes from a lot of time. Make sure you use it. And then last but not least, having multiple tactics. You can't go into a game with a one-dimensional plan. You have to make sure you have a few formations, a few tactics, maybe different play styles, different techniques, things that work for you. You have to have different things. Because no tactic or no formation will work in every single game. You may get out tactic every now and then, and you may need to switch to something else. You need to be comfortable with what you have here. So make sure you have a variety in tactics and formations that you feel comfortable with playing to give yourself the best possible chance at getting the most amount of wins. I hope this has helped. Those are the 10 gameplay tips to help you improve at FIFA 22. If you have any questions, please pop them down below in the comment section. Thank you, obviously, for bearing with me with the voice and the no camera. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video.